Things Podcast. Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest episode of the Needless Things Podcast, where we talk about toys, movies, music, and all manner of pop culture dorkery. I am your host, Dave, and I have an announcement that's good news and bad news, I guess. If you follow me on social media as Dave West on Facebook, Phantom Troublemaker on Instagram, or the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group, then you know that there will be no big damn game show at DragonCon this year. It's been a decision a long time in the making. Oz and I talked about it. I've thought a lot about it, and we've decided that we need to regroup in order to bring a more amazing big damn experience next year in 2020, and already a thing is happening next year. So that's great. We're just taking our time to figure out what we want to do and what we can do, and to search for some new people to spice things up and to fill the hole in our heart left by the departure of the Rad Ranger. So if you have skills as far as programming, if you know how to make games on computers that can be projected onto screens, anything like that, contact me, shoot me an email at phantomtroublemaker@gmail.com, or just shoot me a message on Facebook, Dave West. And we are in the interview process now. It actually began a little more quickly than I thought it would, but we're getting a pretty decent response to the posts that I put up the other day. So that is the big announcement, that no big damn game show this year. However, stay tuned, because lots of things are happening at DragonCon. I am very excited for other stuff that's going on, and I'm very excited that my Saturday night is going to look different than it has in several years. So that's great. I'm happy. My malaise has finally cleared because we came to a decision about this thing, and it's good. As I told Oz, I think this is what we were supposed to do. And you can take that phrase to be as loaded as you want to, by all means. Elsewhere in the world of Needless Things and Dave West goings-on, as I mentioned last week, Troublemaker is complete. You can see the trailer by Googling Troublemaker movie, Troublemaker Jason C. Wilson, any number of different Google things will bring up that trailer. Check it out, see what you think. Please share it with your friends, and maybe not your family. Your family's okay for the trailer. And in reality, the whole thing doesn't get too terribly filthy, unlike the old Dirty Game Show. But very proud of this project. I will have more news about it coming up soon. And this week on the Needless Things Podcast, this episode that you're listening to right now, that I almost kind of lost track of in rambling, and maybe we're about due for another rambling episode, or at least a mini-cast. There's a lot to discuss that won't just fit here in the intro. But this week's show is the return of the Needless Commentary. Scheduling prevented us from recording anything last month. Everybody's schedules were just stupid. But this month we are back, because it is the road to WrestleMania. And it is time to watch a wrestling-adjacent movie. And that movie is Hunt to Kill, starring Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I wrote a review of this movie, Hunt to Kill, about 8 years ago on the old Needless Things, which, by the way, is now in month 6 of importing on WordPress. I have checked twice now, and WordPress assures me that the process is still underway. It's just that a decade of content takes a little bit of time. They didn't come right out and say nobody's ever tried to import this much before, but I kind of get the feeling they were a little surprised that it was going on. But that's neither here nor there, because I wrote the review for Hunt to Kill in 2011 and posted it, and went back and read it after we did the commentary for this movie, because I'll be honest, I was kind of wondering, like, wow, why did I think that would be such a great movie for a commentary? And look, don't get me wrong, this commentary is a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy it just as much as you would any of the other ones. But as we were watching the movie, it was just kind of like, man, this isn't quite as exciting as I remembered. So I went back on the road to the review, and my review is incredible. So incredible that I reposted it on the all-new, slightly different Needless Things this past Wednesday. So you can go and read that, and I do recommend that you read it. I had a lot of fun writing that review. More fun than I've had writing anything in the last couple of years, probably. So please go check that out as part of our Road to WrestleMania here on Needless Things. Next week, we have a very exciting podcast about wrestling toys with our pals Rich and Chris DePetrillo. That's Rich from Nerdy Laser, which, by the way, the most recent episode of the Nerdy Laser podcast features yours truly talking about my favorite topic, yours truly. Rich just wanted to do an interview with Phantom Troublemaker / Dave, whatever. And it was great. I had a fun time talking to Rich. I would love to go back and do it again sometime, or just go back on Nerdy Laser to talk about anything. I really enjoy Rich, and I really enjoy that show. So go look up Nerdy Laser Podcast and check out that episode and all of the other episodes. But so next week, Rich will be on this show along with Chris DePetrillo, our pal from Figures Toy Company, who also joins us for the 80s flashback episodes, which I have never referred to as such before. We talk about the history of wrestling toys, our favorite wrestling toys. It's a good old Toy Stories style episode that would have been a lot of fun to do live at a convention, but I don't know where you do a wrestling toys panel. Exactly. I need to get into the wrestling convention circuit. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, this week, it is time to watch. It's not even just time to watch. It is time to hunt. To kill. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Grab yourselves a couple of cold Steve Weisers, kick back, relax, throw in your copy of Hunt to Kill, and enjoy.
Like, if you had this physique in the history of humanity,
he's not one of them.
No, I feel like here,
like,
he was kind of the closest he's ever been. Like high school, college Mick Foley.
Yeah.
All right, but we're not here to talk about Mick Foley.
No.
We're here to talk about the Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake?
Rattlesnake.
The Rattlesnake.
What?
I got that at Longhorn.
Which is also stick-based weaponry. A steak.
Rattlesnake steak fry burrito.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
Right now at Taco Bell.
For 99 cents.
Nah, it's like $3.
No, we're here. We couldn't get together on 316 for scheduling reasons, but we are today celebrating St. Patrick's Day by drinking, some of us, and celebrating 316 Stone Cold Steve Austin Day by watching Hunt to Kill. It was met with a mixed response on our first viewing, but I think we're going to have fun talking about it, and probably other things unrelated to it.
We at least have stuff to look forward to now.
So if you're the whole commentary
An hour
team
and 35 minutes when this is over
is here back together after missing last month due to other scheduling insanity. So please put in your copy of Hunt to Kill.
I hope you have one.
You don't have this one.
And play along at home. And my PS4 remote is completely shit the bed now. Oh no! What is happening?
Don't
it's
start
playing.
Okay.
What just happened? Oh my gosh. Alright, we should be good now.
Start now.
If anybody has it's not actually made by Sony. There's a PS4 remote that's similar to the PS3 remote, except it's made by a different company. Thunder Rumbling.
your audio is still on too.
Oh,
what
yeah,
font
it is.
is that, Sean?
Well,
Papyrus.
Papyrus
we
font?
take a month off, and I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's a Papyrus font that is only there for 2 screens. Like, they didn't even commit fully to Papyrus.
Well, it's the only time they have to denote the location or the passage of time is in these these introductory segments.
Yes, that's true.
Where we really get to know the character of Jim Rhodes.
That was his name? I didn't even...
Did
Oh
not
my
know
God,
his
is that
name
his name?
until
Yeah.
right now.
James Rhodes?
Well, it's on his vest there is Rhodes, and then our surprise... Look, it's Eric Roberts.
I can't wait to see him throughout the whole movie because he's such a good actor.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to
it
be
will
great.
bring a level
Yeah.
He
of
really
class.
is the linchpin of this movie. It's built all around
His story arc.
It is.
Easily
It
the
is.
highest paid actor in this.
That's probably true.
So he calls him Jim at one point, and you have to put two and two together and realize that Jim Rhodes is Stone Cold's name.
Also,
Although
his
we're
daughter's
just gonna
name
call
is
him-
Kim. Like, why would you just like
Kim
have
and
your,
Jim Rhodes.
Kim and Jim?
Why would you have your daughter's
Sure.
name rhyme with yours?
Yeah.
Because you're a
It's like if my dad named me Terry. He's Larry Howard.
Terry
not
Terry
Howard.
Cadaver.
I couldn't love you if your name was Terry. I'm sorry.
Damn.
We would have been done before we started.
What if it was
Hi, I'm
Terry?
Terry. Okay, bye.
There is a Gary in this movie, though.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Tech guy Gary.
That's that guy.
Although there are points of the movie where his name might be Yuri.
I thought it was Geary.
See, we're gonna have to. Well, the subtitles will help us figure this out.
I thought
yeah.
it was Sugar Ray. That's how he looks.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, now look. This may seem insignificant,
You son of a bitch. A watch.
right? Like you think, well, it's a watch with Stone Cold's fairly lame late '90s skull logo on it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not the better Stone Cold emblem.
The
Yeah.
classic.
Is
Like
it
classic.
actually have a skull on it? I didn't.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
at the bottom where the
It's
where
also on the truck.
on a stand. Yeah, it's on his truck as well.
I think you're supposed to believe that that's like their battalion's logo or something, like, or their, like, thing.
Well, he's
Outfit.
Border Patrol, so the Border Patrol actually runs in their groups are called units,
Not battalions?
not battalions.
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Batonians?
I have no idea.
Batonians.
Batonians?
And their units consist of 2 people apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, they mentioned getting back up. He's like, nah, you're about to retire.
He's like, only pussies get back
Let's
up.
not
True.
get back up. He's like, yeah, you're right.
And actually, that's one of the many subtitle or what's it called? The secondary, the tagline.
Yeah.
One of the many taglines of Hunt to Kill is "Only pussies get back up."
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Can we go back to his name? Because I just realized it's the same as War Machine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin is a war machine
I
in
guess.
this
Is
movie.
that what they're
Yeah.
trying to tell us? Is that what
He's
they're
a
laying
stick
out
machine.
for us?
He
Yeah.
is a master of the stick arts.
This movie should be called Hunt to Kill with a Stick.
It's
Yeah,
the Arbor Machine.
Stick to Kill.
with a stick.
Arbor Day.
That's another one of the taglines.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty exciting scene.
This is not an exciting scene at all.
I think
What?
it is an exciting
Without
scene.
sound, he's just running across the stupid bulldozer.
Battle Cougar, I gotta admit, I feel like you're a little down on this movie.
I'm not a fan.
I think you're being a little unfair to the efforts
too.
of the many creators
You know how
involved.
fucking hard it is to make an action movie. You know.
Do you have anybody in your movie whose beard has dyed that badly?
Mm.
Also,
Just for men.
they're hiding under something, and you can see clearly under that trailer. So what are they hiding under?
Yeah. It's,
Oh, that's a good point.
There's no basement.
They're in
There's-
the
right.
the bottom hatch that
Right.
can't exist because
Yeah.
there's
Well, no.
They
Look,
come in through the back.
these are
That's what
let's
she
point
said.
out the accident-free sign up
in
there
the
on the
death
wall.
lab.
Like,
And that's the wall. That is the back wall, but they went to the door in the front half.
but-
yeah, in the middle of the trailer.
these people are on meth, which makes them very quick and agile.
It also totally changes the geography of their trailer.
As Eric Roberts and Stone Cold Steve Austin ran up the steps, they dropped into that trap door, like timing it perfectly. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, but it clearly goes down to like another part of the drug lab. I mean,
No, it's dirt.
oh, okay.
It's dirt and mud.
So why is there no light coming out of it when they open it up?
Because now it's dark outside. But now it's light again.
And why does the rain stop?
I'm going to go ahead and say they shot this at 2 different locations.
Are they at the far door? Am I missing
How
that?
dare you impugn the good name of Stone Cold Steve Austin and his Oscar-winning movie career?
No, that's
Also, why is this
Also,
guy
that
wearing
door
a
looked
vest
like it
that's
was
made
just
of cardboard?
Oh.
Because it does nothing to stop this fucking
Yeah,
bullet.
shouldn't
That should stop that. That's
Yeah.
a bulletproof
That's what
vest.
it's made for.
I
It's
mean-
in the name.
Oh, they shot the accident-free sign, which I think is the
That's a
cleverest
pretty
thing
good
that
test.
happened in this movie.
Yeah.
Second cleverest. We'll get to the cleverest
Oh, yeah.
later on.
I'm just going to go out
You know
and
who's not
say,
clever is like the guy in the burning meth lab that's just standing around.
Well, here's out of all of none of us. I don't think any of us have ever done meth. None of us
I
have
dabbled.
certainly ever.
I mean, there's that
dabbled.
one time in
You
college.
dabbled in meth.
No, I
you were
kept kidding.
productive. You were productive for a day.
Yeah.
I had Adderall.
But if there's one thing we all know about meth labs, what is it? They're extremely flammable and
Yes.
explosive.
They have secret hatches.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, being a Border Patrol agent, does not seem to know this.
Well, like, in his defense, this is probably set before Breaking Bad came out.
No, you're right. Well, it came out before Breaking Bad came out. This is like 2005, I think.
Are you saying this is a prequel to Breaking Bad?
I think you're right. You're absolutely right.
No, it's not.
And
This is before Stone Cold
this-
became a professor.
well, this is Professor Stone Cold.
Yeah.
This actually takes place on another planet, which you can tell if you look at the thickness of the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not
The
humans.
green
They all
color.
have thick black
It's
blood.
just-
Yeah,
The green that came out of his head.
they're clearly Vulcans or something. Trailer collapsing.
Oh, no.
That's
Hey!
the best subtitle we've
Better
ever
run.
had.
So this
I
is
bet it's going to explode.
It's not really
Oh,
collapsed.
so he goes out the... I don't know where
God,
these
this
doors
is-
are.
no. There are two. There. It's right
I
there.
guess there are 2 doors.
I think this looks good.
I don't.
disagree.
For this level of movie. Now this is a little questionable.
That's so bad.
That's you can actually see. He looks like the
See the
Rancor.
logs
He looks like the
around them.
Rancor in
Yeah,
Jedi.
yeah.
They, considering that, like, most of the movie was shot where, like, they didn't have to pay for locations in all likelihood, that was probably, like, a third of the budget for the movie.
Oh,
right
I'm
there.
sure. Yeah, that and the thing at the end.
And the third of the budget is they paid the guys who actually ran that meth lab $200 to shoot it
So
and
they
blow it
can
up.
shoot in there.
I like the blood in his ear though. That's a nice touch. Crickets chirping.
I'm just weirded out by how much a dyed beard Stone Cold Steve Austin looks like a dyed beard Zack Ryder, and just nobody should ever dye their beard.
I'm not on board with you on the Zack Ryder comparison. See, there it is.
Yeah.
And they show the face of that watch many times
Yeah.
because, as we'll see later in the movie,
It's super
spoiler
important.
alert.
This watch is pivotal.
Now look, what are those fonts, Sean? Like, explain
Papyrus and
those.
Times New Roman.
Now, were those added in at the same time by the same program?
No, not at all. No, because first of all, one is super faded against the background, and then the other one has a drop shadow added to it.
Yeah. It's super off-putting. Anytime you combine fonts like that.
You
I
gotta
really
be
think
smart
that
about this
Stone
shit.
Cold edited this movie, did all the effects and everything.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
That
He's
sounds
like, man,
good to
that
me.
Papyrus is badass.
I got MS Movie.
Oh,
This
hell
shit came
yeah.
for free.
When,
You
well,
ever
this-
heard of wingdings?
He's right, wingding.
you can't tell what they say. It's funny.
It makes it look like the planes flying into the towers on 9/11.
It's artistic and shit. Shut your
Hashtag
mouth.
never forget.
I can spell my name S.T. Skull.
Okay, so we first experienced Stone Cold Steve Austin in cinema as part of The Longest Yard. He was a guard. That was
Yeah.
his first big movie role. And then he got to headline his own film, The Condemned, which was 2007. And like that,
I like
that was a
fucking
good movie.
Yeah.
Like legitimately good movie that I enjoyed.
It is far better than this movie.
Well,
I will
that's
say
a
that.
pretty low bar, my friend.
Yes.
And of course, as always with Needless Things, we have to differentiate between good and awesome.
Yeah.
Because things can be awesome without being good.
Yeah.
Like,
Things can be awesome without being good. However, this movie is neither of those.
You
I
are
disagree.
just raining on everybody's
I
parade.
disagree.
Even harder than the rain in this forest in this movie.
rain.
And then we saw Austin in The Expendables, and then Hunt to Kill. Oh, I thought it was older than that. It's like 2000.
Yes, 2010.
2010. Okay.
So there's even less of an excuse.
And the thunder rolls.
And believe it or not, this was filmed in Canada.
No Garth Brooks.
There was one guy that I could clearly, like, he was like one of the random police guys.
Hey,
you
buddy.
could clearly tell he was Canadian.
What's going on out here, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Under Armour, big sponsor of Hunt
I
to
think
Kill.
I actually noticed some people that were extras on Trailer Park Boys, and in this, I'm just
Gross.
I could see it.
kidding. A lot of overlap.
All right, we discussed this earlier. Is that a crick or a creek?
Crick.
If you're asking Stone Cold, it's a crick.
It is a crick. Okay. I'll accept that. Produced by Jack Nasser, who also produced such films as...
Wrestling.
Yeah. And now we're establishing Stone Cold as a hunter.
He at least can draw the bow.
And that deer in his eyeball is pretty awesome.
Enhance.
That's practical. That's all
Say,
practical.
though, he looks like a man that would hunt to wound.
Do you really?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
I don't know.
We'll see
We'll
what
see.
defines
Hunt-
him as a man.
maybe-
Hunt
I wanna
kill
hear
or
him
hunt to
tell
wound?
me.
Maybe
he
hunt
does.
to maim.
Yeah, hunt to maim.
Hopefully, at some point in this movie, he'll clarify.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hunt to trip.
Hunt to
Yeah.
stun.
Hunt to startle briefly.
Hunt to startle. Boo!
Hunt to annoy.
That's why he's hiding behind the trees.
Yeah.
He was
All
originally
27
just
trees.
going to startle that guy.
He's hunting to annoy. Hello, I found you. Would you like to hear about Dianetics?
No,
Would you like to take a stress test?
Speaking of annoying, let's take a
hate
look
this
at
guy.
Michael Eklund, who actually has a pretty decent career at this point in time as a poor man Stephen Dorff. What do you think of the portrayal of the tech guy in this movie?
Oh.
Well, you're all tech guys.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Ish.
No, I'm not either. I'm not either.
Fuck this guy. This Sugar Ray looking dipshit with his dumb fucking gloves and
He
his
just
Where's
wants to
Waldo's
fly.
sweater.
Yeah. He just wants
Put
to
your
spread his
arms
wings.
around
I mean,
me,
they
baby.
just have like random monitors and keyboards, and he's rolling around and
Yeah.
looking at stuff.
I mean,
You know
that's-
what I've never done in my entire career?
roll around
Roll
the different
around.
screens.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you see
I literally
I
do
have-
that at my job, though.
I have multiple
Yeah, you told me
monitors.
that,
I have 8 screens, and I
only
do
have
actually
2.
roll around.
Do you really?
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Well,
at
shit.
the same
How do
desk.
you feel about this character? This might be kind of
Well, he seems to enjoy his job a whole lot, so I can't relate to him.
Yeah, well, he's involved in crime. Anyone who's involved in like heists, that's
They
kind of
love it.
fun. Yeah,
They love it.
Everyone would like to at least do one heist.
Nobody's in crime because it's miserable.
Yeah.
Like, that's a passion career.
Oh, for sure. And you
speaking
just do, like,
of-
1 or 2 jobs, and you're good.
Speaking of passion, here comes Gil Bellows from Ally McBeal and several movies of this caliber.
I don't know that. I'm not.
Oh,
familiar.
Gil Bellows is from Ally McBeal. I thought the hacker guy was from Ally McBeal.
No. Michael Eklund's been in. He's been in a bunch of shit. I'm surprised you haven't look him. You're
I looked him up. I didn't recognize him. I was like,
really? No. I mean, just what he's been in.
Oh.
You're our senior Googleologist. I thought you'd be on this.
So I mean, it seems like they had an elaborate caper operation. Like he's dressed like
Caper.
he's dressed like a waiter or something, and the other
Yeah.
guys are.
I
like,
guess
just wearing a gown.
They were at a hotel or a casino,
Yeah.
and then they switched into janitorial gear to sneak out.
Yeah.
And look, budgetary reasons are like totally legit for
Oh, yeah.
not showing.
Any of the heists.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
At all.
lost my cool back there, but we will never explain how or why or.
Or what my
What
cool
happened?
was. His name is Geary, as in Gears.
Oh, it is Geary.
Yeah.
It's not Gary.
Yeah.
I feel like that's his like fake criminal name.
It's
Because you don't want to know anyone's real name.
right. It's also the name of an email client. Like if you needed email software.
Okay, so here's Michael Eklund's. If you're a big sci-fi fan, you know his face, or you should know his face. Dark Angel, Battlestar Galactica, Smallville, Supernatural, Flashpoint, Caprica, Fringe, Alcatraz, Bates Motel, Continuum, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency,
Oh yeah.
Winona Earp,
I'm not ever gonna watch that until they make Dirk Gently fat.
The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
I've seen that.
Arian.
I've seen that.
That's
Yeah, I know.
fucking Terry Gilliam.
I know, he's in
Of
it
course
for a
I've seen
second.
Yeah.
The English guy just asked the bitch, "What's it like to snag an old shoe?" Which
Shag.
means no, he's the
The subtitle said snag.
said snag. The subtitle said snag an old shoe.
Was it like Shag and Snog got mixed up and it came out with Snag?
Sorry.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I know there have been complaints about that amongst the listeners. I apologize.
That is not appreciated.
I had Taco Bell before I came over, and B, I've been drinking.
Oh, that's right. You have Arian is celebrating St. Patrick's Day
I'm living Moss
with his alcoholized seltzer.
and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Well, what other way would you celebrate?
I had an O burrito.
Was it green?
Caminado will be.
I would love
Salsa Verde.
the idea of Taco Bell doing something special for St. Patrick's
Oh my
Day.
god, that would be
Yeah,
glorious.
green slop in a taco shell.
Yeah.
There,
Alpo.
there was a delivery restaurant service in Atlanta called Chico and Chang's that had Mexican food and Chinese food all from the same restaurant.
That's good.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
Senor
Yeah.
Buddha.
And
Senor Buddha's actually
I
really
just
fucking good.
I just want to make taco.
Chico and Chang's was not
Oh,
good at either of the things they tried to do. Their Mexican food was bad, and their it's hard to make bad Chinese food.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I've had
But
some
it's-
pretty bad Chinese
Yeah.
food.
It's I don't know.
It's hard to make unacceptable Chinese
Yeah,
food.
like this was never good. Like I never had their egg rolls sucked. How do you fuck up egg rolls? I don't get it.
I don't know, but I just know that if we ended up in a room with a bomb, we all unanimously agreed that Nicole would be responsible for
Yes.
Getting us out.
diffusing. They just spelled diffusing wrong in the
I
subtitles.
saw
Oh
that.
god.
It wasn't defusing, it was
They-
diffusing like you do
Like-
with...
Like the
clearly,
fusion?
right,
Yeah.
right.
clearly they outsourced their subtitles to cheap Indian labor.
Well, the movie's a Canadian production, so there's no telling. Maybe this was
They
done
don't
in
speak
Montreal.
English.
I
Up
think
there,
it's just
eh?
agreed upon, in this group, that if there's ever an emergency, it's gonna fall to me.
Yeah, that's
Well,
mostly
that's
true.
that's your fault.
Yeah.
It's my shit.
Handle
Yeah.
it.
That's
Shit,
your
yeah.
you chose that as a career.
Yes.
Yeah.
I chose
I'm an official shit handler.
sitting on my ass in front of the computer. And
This just took a turn.
don't kink shame.
You're a shit handler. She's a shit handler.
So this old guy has also been in a lot of stuff. There was a lot more discussion of his old balls
Well, yeah,
the
he's
first
been in
time
that
around.
long.
Yeah,
He has literally old brain balls in that blonde.
he has been in Dominica,
Yeah.
which is her name.
Which, if you hear the name Dominica, and then I ask you to picture the woman who's
Bearing that name.
Yeah, this is not the woman you're going to think of.
Yeah.
This is a.
She looks like she's in Frozen.
She's a Danish actress.
Her name should be Norwegianica.
And
What is Dominica with a K?
Oh, that changes everything.
It
Yeah,
does.
that totally
Or at
fixes
least
it all.
one
And
letter.
she immediately goes from I was fucking the leader who was the guy with the old balls,
And the
but
old
now
shoe.
you appear to be the leader, so I
I'm
would
gonna
like
fuck you.
to be on top of you right now.
Can I hump you?
She knows. Well, she has a whole speech later about self-preservation, though.
Yeah.
So she clearly she knows where her
This is the
vagina is
world.
buttered.
Yeah.
world.
Sorry, is your vagina buttered on?
I mean,
There was another work safety sign in the background. That's like a trend through these.
That's great. Well, it's a big thing in Canada. They're all about the safety of their citizens. Call up his location on your doodad. Oh, look, there's the off-road laptop.
Oh, yeah.
It's established.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta reuse shit for set dressing.
I like that they did a flashback to something that happened literally like a minute and a half ago.
Yeah.
Remember that ominous scene where he looked at his name tag? Well, this is why it's relevant.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? Whatever else you may say about this movie, the continuity
It's on.
is on point.
continuity
Keyboard
directors work cheap, so
Unless you count the rope on his wrist as continuity.
That's not continuity. That's just silliness.
Okay.
That's a whole other
that's props.
thing, and we'll get to that. Let's not spoil.
I also have a theory on it, but
Oh, okay.
Here's
All
the
right.
daughter, who is the same age as Dominica.
2 years younger.
Oh, was it 2 years?
Yeah, you said. Well, that's what
Did
you
I say
said.
2 years
Were
earlier?
you
I
just
don't know.
lying?
I can't. I'm bad
Did you
with
trust
Are
Sean?
you making things up about Hunt to Kill?
numbers. Maybe. Dominica was born in 1984, And the daughter was born in 1986. Yeah, so 2 years younger.
So?
Yeah, that doesn't really pertain to the plot, though.
No. There's no
just-
reason Dominica can't be...
She just seems to be, like, the character seems to technically be...
2 years older? Yeah, I would agree with that.
2 years older.
Because she's not, like, in high school or anything, I don't
She
think.
comes, I guess, is she home from college? Is that it?
Yeah.
She's on.
Yeah, I don't think
break.
that
I
age
was reading
thing
it
is...
as high school.
No, I don't think so.
Well, because she's kind of a whiny little bitch. And that's
Well,
like,
yeah.
clearly-
I didn't know any whiny little bitches that are around college age at all.
Oh, no.
That's kind of crazy.
I know some that are like 40.
I know some who've had kids, and their kids are whiny little bitches.
Oh, God, they procreate.
Yeah. Bitch, stop fucking.
There's a little inconsistency with the rainfall here.
You mean
Like,
that
as in it
does and
stops
doesn't?
and starts randomly?
Well, but they're
Based on camera angle?
now are they actually? We said Montana a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be happening in Montana, or is it just unspecified?
Um,
I think it's-
it did say Montana.
Yeah.
It did. Okay, that's right, because it was a papyrus.
oh, yeah, that's
font
right. Yeah,
indicating.
yeah.
That was the
Loyal
only
Montana.
time that, like, he made any expression at all in this movie. He kind of smiled at her for a second, and
Yeah.
that was it. That's the most, like, face acting he's done the whole movie.
Yeah, he's Stone Cold Steve Austin is not here for hearts and minds.
No.
He is here to hunt to something.
We'll find out.
We're not sure what yet.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
the
mystery.
backstory here is that he's forcing the daughter to go on a 2-week-long hiking trip with him when she wanted to go on some other trip with her friend Megan, and he was like, no, we're going to go hiking with me and we're going to bond. And she's really pissed off about it because she's the worst bitch ever.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now, I'm not going to dispute that she's the worst. The more you know, the less you need. That's pretty solid.
It is.
That's his...
That's right.
I
For
like
sure,
that
it
he
applies
does
to the
embroidery on the
movie.
side, too.
Yeah.
I don't think that was embroidery. I think that was printed. I literally
wrote it on a
think
piece
that
of
was
paper.
printed up on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It is.
It
It's
is.
just-
That's just like regular ass
He
printer paper.
printed that
Yeah.
out, went to
And
Walmart,
framed it.
and put it in a
Framed it.
frame.
Oh, hell yeah.
But to
this
get-
look cute in my cabin.
In
To-
my arrow making shop.
To get back to the daughter
God.
being a completely awful person, like I don't think that's that unreasonable of a plot point. Like she's being this shitty little bitch to her sort of until recently estranged father.
Yeah.
They didn't go into it a whole lot.
Nah. But it's
But-
an action movie.
Yeah, we're not here for that. We're here for this amazing redneck watch.
Yeah. That's why I'm in it.
Redneck Chronotron.
Call you up on my Blackberry.
My Blackberry. Those giant spatulate thumbs aren't operating a Blackberry.
Hell no.
That man needs a jitterbug
It's real easy.
from Cricket Wireless.
I got games on this
Now-
thing. I got Snake.
Snake 2.
I love Bejeweled.
What?
Oh, that guy had a flip phone.
That guy was super Canadian.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Oh, this is... Okay, wait. This is great. This is great. I knew you'd call back. Jim, I'm glad... Oh, I thought...
Oh, hell, Sheriff. I thought you was someone else.
Oh, and they caught his shitty daughter, which, again, we're not disputing that.
Yeah,
She's a shitbag.
Yeah. Caught her shoplifting again.
He's like, you know I like the kid, but this is getting ridiculous. You don't like that kid. She's
No.
fucking awful.
No.
one
Nobody likes
kid.
that kid.
Nobody likes...
He's like,
the
Stone
worst.
Cold.
Like,
The director said you need
they-
to come to the police station for something.
Give me my fucking stapler, you dumb bitch.
The dude that bought her Long Island iced teas to fuck her at a bar on a Saturday as he's fucking her doesn't like that woman.
Yeah.
No one likes her.
I've made bad life choices right
Oh,
now.
man.
Wait,
Speaking
is-
of bad
is he
life
the
choices...
only person that works at this police station?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
It's just a-
bumfuck Montana.
It's just a single office.
Let's talk about Gil Bellows' choice to be sucking on a purple sucker here.
There's a lot.
Oh, the dramatic blinds.
Aggressive blind handling.
There's a lot of business in that scene.
There is.
Yes.
But like they're doing that a lot. Like the tech guy is like always like eating something or like running his finger around the rim.
Sticking
of
his
something.
finger in that
Yeah.
champagne
Yeah,
bottle.
like you're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Everybody's
There's
got
a lot
weird
of like
twitches.
oral references and like
Smoking.
fingering things.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
Yeah.
I don't even
You didn't
remember
realize
this
this
scene.
was actually like half a porn.
No.
He
Because
looks.
the porn that I watch is so weird and niche that, like, regular porn shit like that I just don't pick up on anymore. Like, if there's not an amputee, I'm not
Oh,
interested.
jeez.
Fucking her stepdad.
Things just got dark. This
Where do you
guy,
put the stump?
Idris Elba here,
That's why you
Idris
watch
Elba.
it to find out.
he hates the rain like Anakin hates sand.
He is so angry about the fact that it's fucking raining. It's like,
It's like
I
he's from
fucking
Georgia.
hate the rain.
It's like he's from Georgia.
Yeah, seriously
Awful.
though, fuck the rain. It pisses me off so bad.
I'm ready to be done with the rain.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It's only on the weekend too. It'd be beautiful.
That jacket has so much going on. Like the
So many
longer
buttons are
back,
different. Yeah,
the 57 Velcro points of attachment, lots of pockets.
Also, if they were going to beat the fuck out of the sheriff, do you think they would have locked the goddamn door?
Like, these people are...
They're not good criminals.
We've already established they're stupid because when they saw the bomb, the
They're
only
very
one
close
of them that tried to run away was the black guy. But he's also an idiot because later on, like, well, we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get to that.
He's
but
also an idiot.
he's dumb as well. But yeah, it's a bomb. Let's gather round.
Yeah.
And their whole plan for, like, finding this guy was storming into the sheriff's station and strong-arming the cops into telling them how to get through the mountains. Like, how does that make any fucking sense whatsoever? They're like, you know what we should do? We should go to the cops. And we should be like, we pulled this big
Kidnap an
crime
officer
caper,
of the law.
and so we need a cop to take us through the mountains because you know that all cops know all about mountains. Like,
true.
every cop is a fucking mountain man.
Well, that cop's not anymore.
No, his brains came
That
out.
cop's just dirt.
Yeah. What was he? Soap?
Soap. He was Dutch on soap.
He was Dutch on soap. That's quite a claim to fame.
Yeah.
Oh, action! Roar! Tables turned. Airsoft.
Idris Elba.
English guy, not concerned.
No, not at all.
Cut rate Ray Park, that's his name.
This movie's cut rate everybody.
Well, yeah, everybody in this, except for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right, he's the only original.
Everybody else in this is like, I feel like there's an actor that looks sort of like this, but is way better.
Yeah. And they're just hoping it's going to trick people into thinking that these people are in it.
And look, I don't know about tricking, as far as, there's Dominica with a K. As far as my brain recognizes, like, well, you're not going to get Idris Elba, and why did I go straight for Heather Locklear with that girl? That's not.
I'll allow it.
That's not a modern relevant reference, though. Surely there are other blonde actresses.
I feel like they could
But
have
let's-
got Ray Park.
Yeah, but he had speaking roles.
Yeah, this
Ray
guy,
Park.
this
Yeah,
guy's
you don't
got-
want Ray Park talking in your
this
movie.
guy's got more than one line.
Yeah, and they're all extremely English. Like, they really should have just put him in, like, a Union Jack jacket.
Right. Pip pip cheerio, love
Yeah,
the
I-
Johnny.
And, like, a bowler hat.
Yeah, I feel like people wouldn't pick up on it if they don't put that
Which
on.
I watched Guardians 2 yesterday, and there's a great part where Yondu's like using his arrow to like descend down, and like Star-Lord calls him Mary Poppins. He's like, "Is Mary Poppins cool?" And Star-Lord's like, "Hell yeah!" And Yondu's like, "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all."
I love
one
the
of my
fact
favorite parts.
that you described that scene as though nobody had seen it before. Like, literally every person on the planet hasn't seen that movie.
Yeah, but like that's, I don't know. Like I only saw the movie once, and I forgot about that scene until I watched it yesterday.
There are probably only hundreds of memes about that exact scene.
It's like
I was waiting for some deep cut or like some part of that I missed.
It's literally like one of the top 5 best known scenes in the movie. Drunk Arian is by far best Arian.
Here we go, Arian. I'll distract them from you.
Oh no, here we go.
Apparently, the daughter is possibly a bitch in real life as well.
Uh-oh.
Because she was real life arrested for domestic violence last year.
Oh,
shit.
wow. We don't bring up real dirt. What's wrong with you?
I know.
Sean, Arian, tell us about the Mary Poppins scene again.
So it's pretty cool.
I wish I could visualize this.
So, Yondu, he's got that arrow.
And he's like whistling to slow his descent as he holds on to the arrow.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
If only somebody on the internet had gotten hold of that scene, I feel like it would have been a thing.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, good times. Oh, and then here we go with the
Girl.
fucking
Oh, that's foreshadowing.
It
I
is
missed.
foreshadowing.
You got a real pretty mouth, boy.
And look, we have to address the fact that it's pretty uncomfortable that the black guy is the guy doing this.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
They established earlier that
he's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
He makes mistakes.
He had a gun that
he
was
has bad
not loaded.
calls,
Yeah.
and so like everybody's just playing their own role.
Yeah, for story
and that's how it
reasons, it
is.
works, yeah.
That's
The
how
British
it is.
guy's super British.
Well, obviously the English guy is not going to be the one doing that because he's polite. He's
Yeah.
English. He says
He
things
just
like.
says things like governor and bollocks.
Right.
Right? Those are my exact go-to words.
This is such a weird plot for a movie. Like, we need
Plot.
to... Yeah. You're right. You're right.
This is such a weird, extremely loose set of circumstances
Yeah.
for a movie.
This is a movie where one chick is tied up with a rope and held by another chick like a weird leash.
Yeah,
And
around
cannot
the waist.
untie it.
And
Like,
usually,
and she can't figure out how to get it off, even though she has two arms that
Right.
appear to work.
and usually I'm there for that kind of stuff,
Oh, look, they
but
even
not in this movie.
they
Well,
even
because
set
they're
up
APTs,
Geary
that's why.
having the heavy pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they really, it's funny for as shitty as most of this is, the little things they paid so much
Oh,
attention
yeah.
to.
But it really is like somebody wrote down a list of like, quote, English words. And they
Yeah.
were like, here, could you say all of these as much as
Whingy,
possible?
whingy.
I'm telling you, I think what
Toss up.
happened is they were trying out kickboxers for the role of
That guy.
Fluten, Flaughten, what the fuck is his name?
Flugendorf.
I think it's
Fluben,
Jensen.
Fluben.
I think it's just
Jensen.
Oh.
He does not have a Danish name.
Jansport, for the role of Jansport. And he like did a bunch of badass kicks, and they were like, "Wow, you're really good at badass kicks." And he's like, "Oh, thanks for that." And they were like, "Whoa, you're English
Yeah.
too!"
Except
So much
And they
production value.
totally
Yeah,
rewrote the whole script.
Oh, yeah.
By which I
Cheerio,
mean
Spotty.
added those words to
Yeah.
his lines.
He said a hunting we will go.
Oh,
They took
yeah.
it from 4 pages of script and made it to like 6.
Right, because they had to add in
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
Speaks in British.
I'm surprised they don't have him literally like drinking tea.
With his
With his
pinky out.
pinky out, yeah.
I'm
So,
gonna have a
sorry,
spot
y'all.
of Earl
We must
Grey.
stop. We must stop the hike at 11 a.m. It's tea time.
Although he does smoke
I'll have a
constantly.
cuppa.
Yeah, he's a little more dirty, so
Bad
he
habit.
might just drink Guinness.
That's one of my favorite lines. Oh, he smokes. Bad habit. Thanks, Stone Cold.
I like the slow motion shot of the trees with their crazy fucking
Turning,
branches.
Here's the question. Which movie uses more stock footage, this or The Room?
You know what? I honestly don't think that what's in this is stock footage. I
feel
think
like they got it.
I think they just shot the hell out of the forest while they were there because they
Get
knew.
B-roll.
Yeah, because they knew they were going to need tons of stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I told you
Also-
the weather changes on a dime.
Because here's the thing:
Also, please don't refer to The Room as a movie.
is experience.
Have standards.
It's an experience. But if you notice, like if you, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen 1 or 2 low budget films in my day,
Yeah.
I never have.
and
I'm
stock
only 3 years old.
stock footage. No, you're like 5
Yeah,
at
you
this
gotta
point.
be like 4 at this
I
point.
lost track.
I've been doing it for a while now.
But stock footage is kind of easily detectable,
Yeah.
and like everything in this does match up. Like it looks like
Yeah,
the same kind of woods. It's the same film quality. Like I will give them that much credit. Is that they had the presence of mind to be like, hey, camera guy, go stand over there and just pan for a minute.
I like that there's the line that the weather changed on the dime, because what I want to believe is that they couldn't reschedule the shooting.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, fuck it, we got to shoot in the rain.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Like, rain, no rain, no rain.
One thing I've been learning is, like, most plot holes can be solved with, like, one line of dialogue. Like, seriously. You'd be like, all right, now we're going with this.
Right.
How did Joe Stryker get across town so fast? Joe Stryker has time travel.
Remember the shitty third X-Men movie?
I tried not
The
to.
one that they're getting ready to release the remake of?
I know, that's
Yes,
so weird.
I do.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm not saying this is why it was shitty, but it happened right around the time of the writer's strike.
Mm-hmm.
And so the people that they hired as the writers were on strike to finish the script, they're like, well, shit, like, what do? We have, like, a really quick turnaround time. We've never written a movie before. So they figured out, like...
Then they hired Brett Ratner.
Well,
Brett Ratner is not the problem with that movie,
no,
though.
he's not the problem with that movie. There are a lot of problems with that movie, and Brett Ratner's not one of them. Other than it's like general Brett Ratner.
Like, Brett Ratner is a horrible person that should be shot into the sun,
he's
but he's not a terrible director.
He's not what's wrong with that movie. But like the writers figured out, like whenever they like had like a problem,
The fuck?
Advancing the plot, they're just like, we need to have this happen. They're like, well, what do we do? Like, we'll just put in a mutant who that's their power.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this rape scene for a minute?
Yeah, I think we should.
I want to know, first of all, how did this guy think this was going to work out? Because he, like, follows the two girls to go take a piss, and he knocks out the member of his team
His
to
teammate.
then rape the other one. And he was like, oh, it'll be fine. They won't be mad that I knocked the bitch out so I can rape the other bitch? Like, what did he think was going to happen? What was his end game?
He's just crazy.
Just like, I'm just going to rape her and then run off into the woods?
I would
Or
just
is he
like...
Is he just gonna fuck her long enough to take a piss?
I would just like to apologize to
I don't
everybody
know.
on the planet for the fact that we watch so many rapey movies.
I feel
What
like
the fuck?
I never ever watch a movie that doesn't have rape in it. My entire podcast that is about movies, I believe 9/10 of them have been like had rape as like not even just like an occurrence, like a major plot point.
Yeah, like
of like repeated rape.
Tanya's
Tanya's
Island.
Island was all about rape.
Oh my god, Tanya's Island was like
Everybody
next
That
level.
raped
was
Tanya.
like the rapiest shit ever.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Irreversible was less about rape than that movie.
And I have literally reviewed 2 different movies that were about Bigfoot rape. 2 separate movies about Bigfoot's raping people.
Not everybody can say that.
Yeah.
I think we need to watch like To Kill a Mockingbird or Oh God or something next month.
No,
Something
we
that
need
doesn't
to,
have
we need
rape
to
in
watch
it.
something like lighthearted and like we need to watch like Milo and Otis,
Yeah.
but get really drunk and make fun of it.
No, you can't make fun of Milo and Otis.
Watch
What's wrong with
E.T.
you?
Fucking
instead.
watch me.
You are the devil. You're
this is-
almost as bad as people that hold guns
Yeah,
sideways.
no, like that is
sideways
God.
and pointed down.
Sideways and down.
like that would break his fucking wrist,
Right.
Unless he was
yeah.
like,
It's not
unless
an
he was
okay
like
thing.
Braun Strowman or like the dude who plays the Mountain on Game of Thrones, that will break your fucking wrist. Like that is the thing, honestly, that I think might annoy me most about this movie. And this is a terrible movie.
I don't know. There's a
not.
lot of things that annoy me about this movie.
I can't say terrible.
This is not a good movie.
It's better than. Let's compare it to some other movies
Of this caliber.
we have. Well, of this caliber. I mean, that's a loaded statement right there. Anyway, though, because what is even of this? What other movies about Stone Cold Steve Austin stick fighting are there?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a whole genre.
You
This
got me
movie
there.
is a genre.
But no, just out of what we've watched,
Like
this is better. This is better than Power Rangers. It's better than Kroll.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's a low bar.
that's the bottom bar.
That's,
Right.
that's
right.
like
But that's what I'm
negative.
saying. Is like we've got to.
Better than Tanya's Island.
We got to.
Not as good as the
No,
old bar.
no.
I had way more fun watching Tanya.
Tanya's Island is so absurd.
Yeah,
and
Tanya's
disjointed
Island is
and
insane.
stupid
This
that,
doesn't
like,
have quite enough over the top
like-
insanity.
I guess that's true. And that Bigfoot looked awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like This is just above the bottom tier shit that we've watched.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like the bottom tier being Krull and Power Rangers.
Well, the problem with this one is that there's a lot of movie to get through before you get to the parts there, because there are a couple.
Like the last.
Yeah, we could fast forward.
The
all
last
of
half
this.
hour.
The last fifth of the movie or so.
I love that the guy just falls down there.
I wouldn't believe he actually did it. Like, it
It
wasn't.
kind of looks like he just fell down,
just
and they
fell
were like,
down, like,
"Fuck it, go with it."
It's leave it in.
He's tech guy. Tech
in
guy in the
character.
woods.
That guy falls down.
I fall down all the time. Listen back to our Corpsewood Manor episode, and you'll hear how good I do in the woods.
It's true.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be the embarrassing one there,
Hey.
and I found myself very glad that you were with us.
I was raised in the city, and I spent all my time on computers.
Yeah, as I've tried to explain to people, like when I found out that I had health issues and I had to start eating better and exercising, people are like, "Oh, you can go running," or "Oh, you can ride a bike." I'm like, pump your brakes, Irvin.
I don't go outside.
Walking is hard for me. Like, there is not going to be anything that involves excessive coordination in order to do successfully. Like, riding a bike is right out. Like, I would fucking kill myself.
Now, Sean,
I rode a bike down a hill and tore my rotator cuff.
I believe this.
I did
Like,
that.
they're,
What?
bikes are the
Were you
fucking
pedaling
devil.
with your hands?
Oh, Sean, you are a tech guy,
Yes.
but you have also.
By trade.
I don't know that you've kickboxed, but you've done physical things.
I've done some kickboxing, actually.
So, if you were just a tech guy, would you attempt to attack a
Never.
kickboxer?
Jesus Christ, no.
Even as a tech guy with some, like, martial arts experience.
I would not fight that dude. That dude wrecked me.
And some of us have seen you
Haven't? Yeah.
take
Yes.
care
Yeah.
of business.
We have seen you take care of business that was a lot larger than you, too.
And we
Yeah,
don't want to
come
get too
Big
into
business.
detail
Say
about that.
Business.
Yeah.
But we know that Sean can
business
handle
time.
himself.
Yeah.
But he would not have attacked English kickboxer guy.
No, not well, because clearly the guy was hired to be the muscle.
Yeah.
Right.
You're hired to be the tech guy.
Right.
Like, those, you don't need to mix it up, those two.
Stay in
ever.
your lane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to stick to your talents. You're
Right,
like,
so-
I'm just going to hack this thing, and you go
I'd
push
be like,
stuff.
I'm just going to ruin your credit for life.
Like,
Fuck
yeah.
you.
In fact, why did they bring the fucking hacker idiot into the goddamn woods?
Oh, because he had the tracker to find the
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah, but then they found the truck right
He
when
had to
they
have
set
his
out.
no. He had to have his off-road laptop.
Yeah, then he should have just stayed in the truck, to be honest. He
Yeah,
should
like,
have
I'll be
never
here.
left the woods.
So if you think back to Home Alone, they were the wet bandits. Home Alone 2, they were the sticky bandits. I think it's safe to say that these people are the bad decision-making bandits.
I don't know, but I think that Steve
money
Austin might be
bandits.
the stick bandit.
He's the stick bandit for sure. That man knows his way around a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Ew.
He can find the pointy end of the stick.
As we find out. Oh, here.
I care about self-preservation. That means I always fuck the leader.
She knows which dick
Well,
to
that's
jump on.
that's what in this world of hunt to kill. That's the best a woman can hope for.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Girl, you gotta try to fuck the leader. That's
Yeah.
where you gotta aim your sights at. Because Lord knows you're not good for anything else. Other than maybe handling a leash that is attached to another useless woman.
So we see Stone Cold talking to Gil Bellows. Who's what? Do we even know his name in this? Gil
I
Bellows.
don't think it's that.
I don't know any of their names.
Leader.
No, he, fuck,
Boss.
he has
Other
one.
than Dominica.
Yeah, he
because
had a
that's
name.
Absurd.
Banks.
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 That sounds right.
Which is weird, because he kind of reminds me of Jason Lee.
Really?
He's an even skeezier Jason Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was Banky in,
Mallrats.
Mallrats.
Thank
Yeah.
I don't see it.
really?
I do a little bit.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Watch his face. It happens sometimes. Face
I'm
happens.
watching Stone Cold's face, and nothing's happening.
Nothing, because he's not a good actor.
Because he's stone. No, he's stone cold. He's
He is-
he's like a
he
stone
is
cold
stone.
piece of rock marble.
Yeah. No, he is the best. He's still probably my favorite wrestler of all time. I love Stone Cold.
So Gil Bellows from the Shawshank Redemption, Love in a 45, Ally McBeal, and we might be done with things I recognize.
All right.
So he had a career.
He has had a career. And he co-starred with Steve Austin and Eric Roberts in the 2010 action film Hunt to Kill.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
That's
and I'm
the highlight.
curious, let's see what the critics had to say about Hunt to Kill.
I'm sure they loved it.
I'm sure they loved it.
Let's see. Wow. You know how some movies have an absurdly long plot description on Wikipedia?
And you watch the movie and you're like, there's no plot.
This is one of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 paragraphs of plot description on Wikipedia.
How?
The script for this movie wasn't
Was
as
it 20
long.
pages long?
I can describe this movie in less than 20 sentences.
Yeah.
In less than 20 words. Hunt to Kill.
Done.
Stone
3.
Cold fights with sticks.
So,
Yeah.
Sean, we just discovered that this movie has a 20-paragraph plot description on Wikipedia.
What do they say?
A lot, apparently.
Well, there's a British guy, and he says
it's-
British words.
It's probably like some like super enthusiastic wrestling fan who like said, "Oh, they're not doing justice to the intricacy of Hunt to Kill, which is my favorite movie with my favorite actor, Stone Cold Steve Austin."
Do you think there is somebody out there that this is their favorite movie?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Like they're gonna listen to this podcast and send us hate mail.
Oh, yeah.
God, I
Oh
hope
my
so.
God.
I hope they all address it to me.
In the mountains, it's a grueling trek. At one point, Crab tries to rape Kim, and Jim beats Crab up, breaking several of his bones.
Well, that's
After
already, like,
that,
halfway in the movie.
Jensen fatally shoots Crab. After they find Lawson and the money, and Dominica fatally shoots Lawson, Banks sends Jim plunging off a cliff and leaves him to die. That's one paragraph in the middle of this.
Oh, okay.
So, this is obviously a professional writer.
This reads like
Like a
10-year-old,
6-year-old explaining it. Yeah.
hopped up on sugar, going and then
And then
and then
It's-
and
And then he
then.
got stick, and then he has infinite long rope
Which
on his watch.
I just spoiled the next scene of the movie because they just summed up like 8 scenes in one paragraph, and yet somehow there are 19 more paragraphs.
I don't understand how this is a thing.
I also feel like they misspelled Trek.
I also don't understand how she's still being a fucking bitch to her father. Like,
Yeah.
they've both been kidnapped, and she's still being a spoiled, rotten brat. Like,
They
how
should
is that
have
a
pulled.
thing?
They should have
Because
pulled
if your
back
friend
on that a
hadn't
little
arrested me for shoplifting, I would
If
have
you
been
had just
disqualified.
let me go on that trip with Megan, and then everything would have been okay. You're such an asshole, and you always ruin all my fun.
Oh my God, Dad!
You never let me do
Shit.
anything.
Okay, so here he's trying to. He's giving him some redneckology right here, and Gil Bellows does not have time
He's trying
for
to
it.
explain how you fly north.
Plays
Yeah.
in later.
It
Just
does.
trying to explain how watches work.
If he had just how watches work in relation to the sun.
Yeah.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Let me explain to you. If you don't have time to build a sundial, here's how this shit works.
He's
Butt
like,
face.
You know what they say, the more you know, the less you gotta do. What was it?
That sounds
That
accurate.
was it.
That's
I think
absolutely it.
if that's
Yeah.
not what
Write
it
that
is, put
shit
it in
down.
there.
Yeah, I'm going to print that up right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Yeah,
You should.
fucking
I'll frame
embroider
it.
that
Yeah.
shit.
Y'all,
frame it.
everybody should just go and read the last sentence of the Wikipedia.
Well, not yet.
They'll read it right now.
Once the movie's over.
Yeah.
But the last sentence is
That's the big
fucking
reveal.
amazing.
It is. I agree. I almost read it, and then I was like, well, I don't want to just give
And not
everything
just
away.
because it starts with Jim and Kim.
So they're
God.
using the same effect to show flashbacks of things that they did not see.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Well, we want to keep things.
Yeah.
Oh shit, somebody
Oh,
dead.
this is that guy.
There's like
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
annoys me more is when they have like flashbacks. Like people have a flashback of something they didn't see or weren't around for, and you're like, what the fuck?
It was a flashback of your imagination.
Not anymore, you don't.
Gil Bellows,
you
you're such a
cold-hearted motherfucker.
But he like never seems to even get that annoyed by any shit like that.
No.
Like at all.
He's
just
stone
like,
cold.
yeah, he's just stone cold. Yeah. Like if that was my buddy, I'd at least be like, I know you have a gun, but fuck you, something.
Stone Cold has entirely different shoes right now than he does later on in the movie. Oh, maybe their shoes. Well, we'll get there.
We'll
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just didn't notice.
They're good for
Well,
climbing.
probably.
Yeah. I mean, I think he also was walking around without a backpack for a long time, and then he just had a backpack.
You're probably right.
Because there's a large portion where he doesn't have a backpack, and then he just has a blue backpack, and I don't think they explained it. If the person whose favorite movie is listening, then go ahead and correct me.
Send us a
that.
letter.
Yeah, we will gladly accept any kind of corrections on this film for any plot points we overlooked.
Holy shit! The British fighter's only 5'10". I take it back. I might square off with him.
Well, he didn't look that big.
He's a 5'10" lefty. I think I can take him. I'm kidding. I can't take him.
I bet you could. He's a smoker.
He's right.
You know what they say about smoking.
It's a bad habit.
That's right.
Drinking 20 Steve Weisers a day, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in
That's
the
fine.
Expendables as well.
Yeah.
Just picked up on
Yeah, he's the guy that I thought was Ken Shamrock the first time I saw the Expendables.
Oh, and he was in Tekken, the live action. Action Tekken
I didn't know that was a thing.
and live action Fist of the North Star. I didn't know either of those.
Let's go ahead and add Tekken to our potential watch list.
I'm down. Next
I
one.
bet it's
That's-
good.
No, I want to, we need to watch a Uwe Boll movie before we watch any fucking Tekken.
No, we will never watch a Uwe Ball movie.
Oh, God.
No, that's not even funny to me. How
Alone in the
bad.
Dark.
Why
with
is
Christian
this
Slater.
in slow motion? Why was that in slow motion?
Just in case.
They had to stretch out the running time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dungeon Siege with noted thespian and Terminator 3 actor Kristana Loken.
Well, and also, isn't that the one that had Ben Kingsley in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Where's our fucking money?
House of the Dead is
Oh, that's so bad.
the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
It's so fucking bad.
When you factor in budget and everything else, it is the fact that it exists makes me angry.
Yeah.
And look at Dominica fucking shit up here.
I like that little bit of business though. Took the dead guy's cigarette and well, let's not let this cigarette go to waste. But I don't know who took it.
I think it's
I think
British
it's
guy.
Banks.
I think
Okay.
it's a British guy.
What if he's got herpes? You got shared
From fucking Dominica.
Yeah. They've all
That's
been
true, they
they've
all
all
have
been making out
herpes.
with Dominica,
Yeah,
so
that's
they
true.
have herpes.
If one of them has herpes, they all have herpes.
Yeah.
What?
At this point.
Who cares about passing around a cigarette when you've been passing around the
Except,
girlfriend?
except
Yeah,
I
that's true.
bet
Behind
she
the
never
ear.
fucked.
That's a
I
good
bet
point.
she never fucked the tech nerd.
Nobody ever.
Nobody's
No,
ever fucked
yeah,
that
she
guy.
only,
Yeah.
she only fucks the leaders. But that's just the leader of the day. Everybody else is at the store getting milk. She's like, I guess you're the leader now.
Yeah, you're in charge at the moment.
Also,
For the next 20 minutes, you guess you're in charge.
Guess I gotta fuck you.
But right now, nobody's in
pants
charge except for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I felt like the marketing and the way that the menu looks and everything, this was A, sponsored by Bass Pro Shop, and B, marketed to hunters and
Did you
fishers.
see the way the menu looks?
Yeah. The menu with the fucking...
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
graphics.
I'm just hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, me
I had
too.
too. I ate a panda, and I'm still so hungry.
Was it a real panda or a trash panda?
Ew. I can't imagine eating a raccoon.
Yeah.
Why did I say
That'd be
raccoon?
greasy.
Raccoon.
I like those crab
That was
raccoons.
weird. Oh man, I could go for some crab raccoons right now.
I wish I had some.
You want part of the...
Whoa, that was a significant... Did he steal your crab raccoon?
No.
No, I was like, hey, let's get some of these, and he was like,
I was like,
nah.
nah.
And I was like, but they're really good. And he was
Man.
like, I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you
That's
denied a woman her
dastardly.
crab
Yeah.
raccoons.
They're not
But they
good
come
for you
in
though.
3.
Yeah,
You
they're
gotta
terrible
buy
for
them
you.
in 3,
Yeah,
and I didn't want to
dude.
eat 3 of them.
Fucking
so-
yeah, you need at least 6.
Yeah, where are you going where they only give you 3?
At Panda.
Panda.
Oh, I got the one time I ate at Panda Express. It created a river of brown
here-
misery.
Here we
It
are.
was-
Here we
it was
are.
Brown-
This
Brown
magical
Express.
transforming watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, I would keep an eye out
This
because
is
you can
paracord.
see. Look, you can see where the rope was.
I guess
On
he
the
ties
watch.
another rope to it?
No, that just came out of the watch band. It had a full rope in there. No, I think he probably had a rope in his bag or something.
But then,
But
why
it
would
makes
he
it
do the
totally...
watch?
Because the watch company is paying for them to put that watch in this movie.
Yeah.
Because he very clearly has climbing rope in his hand and not paracord at all.
No, that was
I guess 'cause
absolutely...
it supports his weight. I don't know.
No, that was absolutely like...
Some marketing.
Hey, we're making a redneck movie.
Yeah.
Is there any product that you would like featured in this movie? And they're like, hey, we've got this watch where the watch band is made of redneck string that you can wrap around trees.
Red
They were like, fucking A, let's do it.
But he's literally like, I have this huge coil of climbing rope. So let me take my watch apart and tie it around the tree because you know you want your anchor point to be way less strong
Plus-
than the rope that you're climbing off of.
Unbraiding that watch band probably took like an hour.
Oh, I'm
they were
sure.
all
my
just
God.
they were all just sitting there staring at him while he was like, hang on,
Yeah, I almost
Leaving
got
it.
Are you
it.
I'm
done
almost
yet?
done.
It's
Are
like
you done
unweaving
yet?
a basket.
I'm halfway through. Just a minute.
I'm tired this soon.
And then
I want to see it behind the scenes of making this
Yeah,
movie.
like that rope that he's climbing on has like it'll just support like 2,000.
like they could have just put that around the tree. It
Yeah.
would not have been a
So
problem.
then he just took paracord and put it around the tree and attached the rope that will support 2,000
The stronger
pounds to
rope
the paracord.
to the paracord.
And
Well,
I'd also like to mention this wound on the back of his head from where he got knocked out by English guy. Like it was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing a hat when he got knocked out, and now they have to keep up with this wound for the whole rest of the movie.
And it changes appearance a couple times.
Yeah.
It grows and shrinks.
as does his daughter's lip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, there are some minor continuity errors, but as far as plot points go,
This part,
He is
like,
very
it
clearly
looks like
Very clear. Yes.
it looks like a Naked Gun scene. The
Yes.
way it's shot, like it's just silly as fuck. Like it does not seem like they're trying to be
I
realistic.
don't know what
at
you
all.
guys are talking about. How many steep rock faces have you climbed?
Also, did they
I've
shoot
actually
You don't know
climbed
how-
steep
you
rock
don't
I've
faces.
actually
I've actually done that.
climbed
And
one
it's
of the
all
So
right.
have I in Boy Scouts.
certified rope rescue
It was
technician.
exactly like this.
like-
I literally just scooted up the rock face.
Yes.
You know, there's
On a
another
winch.
there's another part in the movie where he's like sliding down some rocks, right?
Yeah,
And he has to climb back up.
Yeah.
And he's got the eye makeup on.
right.
I feel like they used some of
He
that
looks like
footage.
he looks like a raccoon.
They do.
Yeah.
They recycle
Yeah.
footage.
Oh, you're right. You're
Because-
totally right.
because
Yeah.
all of a sudden he had dark shit around his eyes, then it's gone.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they used stuff from that scene on this one.
Well, that's just expedient.
Oh, yeah.
That's smart.
But it's
that's
like
smart filmmaking.
all of a sudden he's got black eyes.
You're
and then he
right. That's
doesn't.
where that came from.
Yeah.
Oh, good catch.
Because
Well-
at first
Or
we're
the
like, that's
editor
really
just
weird.
got confused
But-
about where he was at in the movie.
Do you know why though? It's
Steve
because Stone Cold
was
Steve
in-
Austin's
yeah.
a time traveler.
Oh, yeah.
And he traveled back in time and replaced himself on
With
this.
himself.
It's like the prestige.
So
Yeah.
He doesn't even know which Stone Cold he is
You're
anymore.
right. That's exactly what it is. And now he's going to kill her by putting a cigarette out on her nose.
He's gonna boop her nose to death.
I feel like he's been smoking that same cigarette since he got from that guy.
That's a terrible habit.
It'll kill you just like me.
Because when I hunt.
I hunt to smoke.
To annoy.
Maybe he does. We don't know. We won't know what he hunts to do.
We don't know what he hunts to does.
And then Mary Poppins flew out of the sky.
He was like,
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Mary Poppins cool.
Man, I was watching Terminator the other day and he told that cop, I'll be back.
Have you seen that part?
Then he came back.
Yeah, then he came back with a car.
My mama told me life is like a thing of milk. What?
Yeah. You
No,
know
she
how
didn't.
you know that old cliche about milk?
that old
just-
canard they say
saying.
about
Totally
milk.
lost me on that.
The milk thing?
Yeah.
No, he said that.
He said that.
That's
right
a
before
lie.
he cut
Yeah,
the
my
rope.
mom told me that
Oh,
life is
oh.
like people are like milk. Everybody has an expiration date.
I wasn't paying attention to that. I thought you were making a completely incorrect Forrest Gump reference.
No, they were.
Because you're Your voice sounded more gumpy than...
I was making fun of them for doing
You're
gump.
sounding very gumpy.
For stealing gump
sounded
lines.
a wee bit gumpy today.
They're like, let's see, what is life like? It
I
can't be
woke
like
up-
a box of chocolates, a carton of milk. Life is like a carton of milk.
What's something that expires? What's something that's an expiration date? Well, my library books have to be back by a certain time.
Life is like a library.
You gotta check your
You gotta
books
check
back.
it out.
You're wrong. Life is like a stick.
It's
got a
strong.
point.
It hits people.
It easily slides through rib cages.
Life is like spaghetti, delicious when it's covered in Italian sausage. Huh? What?
I think we should probably stop this particular...
The segment's running dry.
We've really run out of steam on this one. Let's talk about the wacky fucking branches on these trees. What is this all about?
Speaking of Steam, have you guys used the... no, wait, I'm the only one who has Resident Evil 2 on PC, right?
We have it on console.
Yeah, on PS4.
You can, there are, like, mods you can put in on the PC version, and one of them turns Mr. X into Thomas the Tank Engine.
I would
I
shit
saw
myself.
that.
I don't like that at all.
Like, aggressively shit myself.
Really bad.
I already
Well, you
scream
just-
every
I would be
time
so
it's-
angry while I poop myself.
You just ate a bunch of Panda Express, so I mean that's probably going to happen
And
anyway.
not only does it,
Without
like...
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Not only does it replace him with Thomas the Tank Engine, it replaces the music when he shows up or is about to show up with Thomas's...
Oh my god.
She did just say she was a shit handler.
She can handle aggressive shits.
I can handle my shit.
Yeah.
I'll
Aggressively.
eat all the fucking Panda Express I want.
I like it. It's
Blow this motherfucker out.
And here we have the...
Dominica taking care of tech guy business. That's what happens when you go into the woods, tech guy.
Don't go.
Oh, look at
He
that.
sold
He
that.
really did.
Yeah.
Like, that was great. That's why he's been in 10 times as many things as anybody else in this movie.
I'll suck your dick.
I mean, I
Dude,
feel
look
like...
at that Michael Eklund guy. He's really good with the knee work.
Yeah.
He will
That guy
sell
can
it.
sell a knee like a
He will
motherfucker.
sell the shit out of
He
that.
sells a knee injury way better than Seth Rollins, I tell you that much.
Well, who doesn't?
Consistent.
He did
Oh.
refer to her as secondhand pass-me-down piece of pussy, which
That's
I'm gonna give. That's the best line in the movie.
That's
The
tremendous.
guy playing Banks is real. I mean, he's really working it. He's trying.
He's,
Yeah,
With
he's
what he's got, he is
kind of
really...
the star of the movie.
Yeah.
he's like,
Well, Stone Cold's definitely not the star of the movie. He says like two things.
His entire... Oh, look, he did the
Just says
the
the movie
finger,
title.
the English finger thing.
Yeah, he's here to let you know what he hunts. Or how he hunts. When
I
I know I
hunt,
can hunt, but can Mike hunt?
when I hunt, it's in the forest.
Has anybody seen Mike?
All right, so he's been shot. He fell off a cliff into the freezing cold British Columbian.
Healing waters of Canada.
Now, what is this? This is too big to be a creek, right?
This a river.
Is that a river?
I don't fucking know. It had a waterfall, so I feel like it would lead in. It'd have to be a river of some sort.
Or is this a
Pond.
tributary?
What the fuck? That ain't redneck at all.
I know.
This is like freshman year geology class.
That sounds like some Yankee bullshit to me.
I don't know how rocks work.
A tributary. Wasn't that from... fuck, I can't remember the movie. So
Pretty sure it just saw like a sound guy or somebody in the background.
in the background.
You probably did.
I'm not even kidding. Like I saw somebody like walk by, and I was like, I don't think they're in the scene.
That's not one of the cast.
It's just some random hiker they forgot to edit out.
Now I gotta look at the IMDb goofs.
Yeah, her lip wound does change form quite a few times
Yeah.
as the movie
Size,
goes along.
shape. It at least stays on the same side.
I think it'd almost be better if we just switched sides like every time you saw it.
That would be
fantastic.
Like Richard Lewis's
The
mole.
mole, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a mole.
They leave the guy with all the food for dead in the forest.
That was the heaviest pack, which we established back when these morons first went into the woods.
But, you see, like, that kind of stuff, yeah, that's genius. But then follow that up with, let's not kill this guy because I don't want to waste any bullets. And then, like, 2 scenes later, he's just shooting all the trees, and he's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Well, I think his I didn't even have to waste a bullet wasn't coming from a place of conservation.
Yeah.
It was coming from a place of
He's not
cockiness.
worth it, yeah.
Right. Like, he's not
Still.
really worried about saving bullets. Which he should be, because Stone Cold Steve Austin has just morphed into his final mode.
Yeah, he doesn't need
Did he
bullets.
say I should have worn underwear?
He did. That's
I totally
really
missed
weird.
that line.
And I mean, if you're out walking in the wet woods for hours, I'm going to have to agree with
I would
you.
imagine,
Yeah.
yeah. You want to keep all your
He's-
parts from chafing.
Yeah, he's got to be raw right now. There's probably blood just pouring out of the sides of his scrotum
I
right
just
now.
pulled up, like, a review of this movie, and the first thing I saw...
Whoa!
The first thing I saw was Stone Lukewarm.
I wrote a review of this on the old Needless Things, and I might repost it because I was very enthusiastic for this movie at the time.
Hey, I dig it. I enjoy it.
It's to me, it's worth the journey to get to the destination. And now it's time for him to stone cold up. For him to do his...
That bullet didn't really fuck him up at all.
No, he's fine.
Well, he put the hot knife on.
No, he hasn't done that yet.
Oh!
It's
No,
stone
no, we
cold.
haven't-
Like,
yeah,
as
we
soon as
haven't
he
done that
does
yet.
the hot knife, he's better. That's how
Yeah.
it works. That's
Yeah.
just science.
So we've got his Under Armour looking a little worse for wear.
Yeah.
Somehow the sleeve got torn under his jacket. Which I don't...
Both of the sleeves.
Both of the
right on the
sleeves.
seam so they can be
Well, I mean,
sleeveless.
where is it going to tear? That's the...
All right, now this-
Oh, man, just gushing blood. Clearly that needs to be attended to ASAP.
This is a bullshit complaint. Somebody's like, oh, the Border Patrol doesn't allow facial hair. It's like, yeah, he's stone cold. I wouldn't tell him anything.
That's not realistic at all.
Like, I'm sure, like, the Border Patrol wouldn't allow Eric Roberts either.
It really took me out of this otherwise completely realistic film.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
a watch band that extends for 200 yards.
No, that's real shit. You can go on Amazon and
You
you can buy one of
can
those.
fucking walk in the... What's it called? I don't know the store. Bass Pro Shops.
Thanks, tech guy.
Hey!
What's it
You're gonna
called?
log into what's it called and order you up a time ticker. Fuck.
Who's a what's it?
Hey, why did he just say fuck when he found a bag full of crossbow
Shit.
parts?
Also,
Shit.
Also, that bag is, like,
Dicks.
not the same bag he was looking at earlier.
Yeah, it's look at Michael
Take a-
Eklund doing some more business and how lame this guy is.
Sleeping with his gun in his mouth.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, airsoft.
Airsoft. It won't hurt. It'll just tickle.
Man, I kind of want some beef stew right now.
Oh, that was disgusting.
It
It looks like dog food.
does not look appetizing.
I don't know what you guys are feeding your dogs, but that looks like a treat to me. Beef stewy goodness.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the weakest ass gunshot.
Grunting and sizzling.
Is that like gyrating and
That's
hydrating?
weekend.
Oh, no, it's
sizzling.
nothing like gyrating and hydrating.
It's the opposite.
Grunting Sizzling was a KMFDM album.
I believe this maybe.
Alright, here we go. It's stick time.
This is, like, totally a Rambo montage right here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
it
this is when this
absolutely
movie becomes completely about sticks for the next 20 minutes. Or
Yeah,
more.
But it's awesome.
Yeah. It's just like
There's
Steve
a lot of-
Austin does sticks.
There's a lot of stick combat.
And I mean, look, I wouldn't want a stick thrown at me by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, apparently when they're, like, going through chests and stuff, like, they're pretty strong sticks. Sturdy.
I'm
That's
going to file this under that's not how sticks work. Just for the record. Say that now.
I would like to
That's
see.
not how sticks work.
I would like to see the Mythbusters take on Hunt to Kill and test out.
Is that bamboo?
It did look like bamboo, which I don't
You know how
think
much
you'll
bamboo
find in
grows
Canada.
No.
in
Or
Canada, and Montana.
Well, that's true. It doesn't have to grow in Canada, but it does have to grow in Montana to line up with the plot.
That was
There's not even a
definitely
point
bamboo.
on that one.
Oh, look, it's stuck right in the fucking ground. It'll easily go through a man's chest if we can get through the ground.
If we can get through some loose dirt,
Yeah, yeah.
then for sure.
You know how our chests are exactly like loose dirt.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what they use in
you
medical,
can-
in
if you
doctor school. They just
Loose
give them a
dirt.
pile of loose dirt to cut open.
They're like, this is how you do surgery.
This is basically the same thing.
They cover tomatoes and sausages with loose dirt, and they're like, just cut into that loose dirt and pull that tomato out, and
There
now
you
you're a
go.
heart
You're a
surgeon.
Rub dirt on it. Fixed it.
See if you can grab that tomato out of that dirt.
Now I want to shoot a video where we do like a how-to for heart surgery
Oh my
with
god, yes.
tomatoes and dirt.
Just tomatoes in a loose
Why are
pile
there-
of soil.
Why are there 2 tomatoes in here? Shh.
One's the pancreas.
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
You gotta have the left ventricle and the right ventricle. Don't you know anything about heart surgery?
2 tomatoes taped together.
I don't know if I buy that the tech guy made like a leg splint for himself.
No.
I actually had a problem with that
Yeah.
too.
He Googled it.
It seemed a bit
I don't think
much.
they have
He's
service.
not getting reception
No,
out
his,
there in
his
2009.
what are you talking about? His off-road laptop
That's true.
is good to go. It's got a satellite modem.
Seems like he
He's
could get
been
somebody
watching
to
porn. That's
pick him
why he's
up.
fucking the stump.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, this
Okay.
part is so silly
part
when
is-
he does the tracking.
It's amazing.
Because he's
Look
right
at
there.
that.
Yeah.
He's not
It's not
camouflaged.
like he's Predator or anything.
Oh.
It's just like clear.
Roll.
It is like a fucking cartoon.
No, I'm on this tree.
You know how many trees are in these
yeah,
woods? I'm gonna hide behind all of them.
Am I behind this tree? What?
You know what you should do? Waste all your ammo. Do it now. There you go. Do it again. There you go.
I want to know what happened to his knee that he can even stand like this right now and fire a gun.
Yeah.
And you know what? At least he's holding that gun sort of okay.
He shot him in his hurt leg.
That's pretty awesome. Boo. I aim to spook people.
I'm just startled.
I'm gonna put a stick in you.
Because you're mine.
That's how I show affection. What?
I'll put a stick in you. Because you're mine.
I'm just glad they didn't go for the idea that those were actually going to pin him to the tree.
Yeah, that would be
Because
ridiculous.
it-
The stick pinned under the tree.
Right.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work.
And it, it's not out of the realm of belief that they might have thought that was a good idea. We've seen some ridiculous things in this movie.
Yeah.
Muttering indistinctly.
I'm just glad that I get why he had dark makeup so early in the movie. Like, they just reused footage. Because it really threw me off. I was
Yeah,
like, why
yeah.
is he a fucking ghoul now?
No, that's a good catch.
Yeah.
And I do wonder, though, were they like, we need to fill this out, just pull it from later? Or did the editor really just get confused? Is like, wait, which
time? Yeah.
cliff is he scrambling up at this point?
And it's very possible. I would imagine that they would send him like a batch of all the scenes from, or all the things together, and be like, "This is this group
Right,
of scenes,
right.
and this is." But who knows? Like I said, Stone Cold edited this movie.
All right, so Goon, well, this is our second dead Goon.
Yes.
Did he already say the line?
They say
Stick
catch.
around. Was that?
No,
that's
Okay.
coming up. That's coming up. No, that one. What was that one?
Yeah, he's like catch,
Yeah.
which doesn't really make sense, but okay.
Well, no, he
He
says.
said, I told him I would catch you up.
Yeah, but still,
and
it
he said,
doesn't really
catch. He said, catch this.
yeah. I don't think he said this. I think
No,
he
he
said
just said
I think he
catch.
just said
Did he
catch.
just say catch?
Yeah.
He's
He
more
really
badass
wasn't
if
the
he
best
uses
one
fewer
liner.
words.
Well, that's true. And look, there you go.
He's wasting all his ammo.
He literally
It's
gets
fine,
his
though.
foot stuck in some mud and gets angry and shoots all the trees.
I mean, look,
Well,
I can
fuck
relate
those
to
He's gonna
that.
teach them a fucking lesson.
What are
those
you going to
trees.
shoot the mud? That would be silly.
Blop, blop, blop.
I like
guess that,
supportive hoe bag.
The arrows are like, is Stone Cold like telling her which way to go?
Yeah.
Yes,
He's got an ambush ahead.
because he's the master of hiding behind trees. And on
And
top
on
of
top of large
gigantic
stumps.
stumps.
This is apparently a redwood forest.
Yeah, what is with that unusually large
There
stump?
are no other trees that are even
Nothing
remotely that
else.
size.
Yeah, it's even close to that big.
It's
But
like
I mean-
it's like when you have a cake that a stripper pops out of. You have to make a really big cake.
You know it's not a real cake.
Yeah, it's not a real cake. They have to make a really large stump for Steve Austin to pop out of.
I would rather Stone Cold pop out of a stump at my party
Oh my god!
yeah.
than
How
a
awesome
stripper
would that
pop out
be?
of a cake. And I would be less confused by the presence of a giant stump than a giant cake. Like, I'd be like, what is this bullshit cake? We
Yeah.
can't eat this. This is clearly not a real cake.
Yeah.
At my bachelorette party, I really want Stone Cold to pop out of a giant stump, just for no reason at all.
But he'd be wearing a sequined bikini.
That would be beautiful.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's another.
That's such a good shot.
That's another mod you can
Like,
do
I got
for
leaves tucked in
for
my
Resident
shirt.
Evil 2. You can
Look, those are the totally different boots.
Oh yeah.
you can put Mr. X in nothing but
Wait,
a banana
but
hammock.
this part,
Oh my god.
Okay.
and then he switches. He's like, "All right, I gotta
Well,
hold these."
here-
Well, yeah, because he knows that running through the forest with long spears tied across your back might be fucking dangerous.
Here's my guess as to what happened. They shot that, and he actually did do what you said earlier
Yeah.
and got caught between two trees. And oh,
Like a
fuck.
dog with a
What?
stick that's too big
And
in
he's
his
like,
mouth.
I'm not carrying these on my back anymore. And then they just kept shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
God,
like,
I
well,
would
fuck it,
love
guess
to
we'll
see
use
that
all-
outtake.
Yeah. Yeah, there's special features on here. Maybe it's on.
There's a commentary,
Oh.
like a legit
my
commentary
God.
by
Oh,
the
boy.
director.
Wow.
What?
And I have
Stone
not
Cold's
listened
not on
to
it?
it. No, if you can imagine.
Damn.
I feel like he really would have had some fascinating... Yeah, this is the dumbest shit ever. Why did he shoot his backpack?
Yeah.
He shot him in the backpack. You know how debilitating
Just to
arrows to the
just to
backpack can
warn
be?
them so they could fist fight.
Which I understand. This fight scene had to happen.
Well, yeah, but still.
But you could have gotten to it without Stone Cold looking like a dumbass.
Yeah.
Why does it say cab on his hand?
Because he is a kickboxing taxi driver.
Who drinks Cabernet?
Oh, yeah.
Cabernet Sauvignon, y'all.
Maybe
Yep.
it's part of the blood code for Mortal Kombat. You can remember it. It's
CAB?
tattooed. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
He
legit.
was in the running to play Johnny Cage
Oh, really?
in the movie. Yeah.
He
So is
is
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
not a Johnny Cage type.
No,
No.
he's too British.
No,
He's not good looking enough.
He could be...
he has to be like
who's the
Hollywood
guy?
guy.
Who's the guy with the eye?
I mean, lots
I
of
mean,
people
most
have
people
eyes.
have eyes.
With the
At least
cybernetic
one.
eye?
Oh, Kano.
Kano.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
could be
Yeah.
Kano.
Yeah.
He could be Darth Maul.
I thought you were describing an actor, and you're like, an actor, you got eyes.
You know,
You
that
got
The
dude-
guy's got
two hands,
arms,
Yeah.
torso,
Yeah.
couple of
He's
knees.
got a head.
Got hair.
I can't confirm it, but he
Carbon-based-
might have nipples.
Carbon-based bipedal life form. No.
Yeah, Kano. He could be a Kano. He could be any of the ninjas.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. This is a pretty solid fight, though, and it's shot well.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell what's going on. They don't do a bunch of that camera shaking bullshit.
They didn't snap a GoPro to his wrist.
Oh, my gosh. And Austin... Oh, this
That's
is it,
badass,
though.
though.
This
Yes.
is yeah.
Completely unnecessary posting off of the tree.
And his shirt stays tucked in the whole time.
Has been used once in an actual MMA fight and did work.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. There you go. Oh, now it is time.
Here
Stick
comes
fight.
stick punch.
Shit.
Oh, here we go.
Just
I
got
got one
real.
too, brother.
You got a stick. I got this one that's by
This
me.
one's perfectly cut off at the end. So
Like, what, you
almost,
thought you had sticks?
almost like it was put here.
It's almost like a prop stick.
This
Yeah.
is a serendipitous stick.
You know what, though? I bet those are not prop sticks. I bet they just wandered around
They just
looking for
walloped
sticks
on each
that were
other
the right
with sticks.
size.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell it like $1 million bucks.
Oh, and there
Squishing.
it is.
Squishing.
Sorry,
I
I
can't
can't
stick
stick
around.
around. And also, that stick was like 5 times as big
I know.
as what
Yeah.
he had
No way.
before.
That
Giant.
stick in half is bigger than it was as a whole.
Yeah.
And sticks apparently slide through human flesh like fucking butter.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
he's
we're
strong.
all just made of butter.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not even about the
I
stick,
am,
though. It's
but-
about Stone. It's about Stone Cold's ability to wield the stick.
Yeah.
He's a stick
It's
expert.
not
Certified
about
stick
the
expert.
stick integrity.
And there's no way that it would break as he was jamming it into his chest.
No, there's no way that
No,
it wouldn't
that's
work.
that's
I mean,
a
no way
Canadian.
whatsoever.
That's a good Canadian stick.
That's true.
No man is deadly as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stick. It's well known.
I mean, like, sticks are one of the biggest killers in the forest.
You know what they say? Sticks and stones will
Can
break your bones.
And slide through the flesh of your chest.
Yes.
That's the other part of it.
Well, currently there's legislation underway to ban sticks.
You gotta have like
They're hard to get. You need a
a
permit.
3-day waiting period.
Yeah.
And then you gotta take a stick safety class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This
And
fucking nanny state is killing me.
And they,
Faster than a goddamn stick would. I'll
and they're
tell
not
you
even
that.
they're not even going to allow a conceal carry stick permit.
He doesn't conceal them though. He just runs
He just
around with
open
bushels
carries.
of
He's
them.
just like, I got sticks.
Well, like he knows the law, and he doesn't want to get caught for concealed carry.
Right,
stick.
exactly.
He's
So
like, I got
he's
the right
them
pair of
out in
sticks.
the open. And if you get pulled over and you've got a stick in the car, the first thing you want to do is put your hands out the window and say, "Officer, I have a stick in the vehicle."
There's a stick in the
13th
car.
Amendment. I got the right to bear sticks.
I'm a red-blooded American.
Don't tree on me.
I ain't follow your Sharia law, which says
All right. Wait. Here it is.
Here it is.
This
This
is
is
fucking
awesome.
ridiculous.
No, this is
Javelin horse shit.
saying that word, and I don't think you know what it means.
It's fucking. This scene is fucking awesome.
There are Olympians that aren't this accurate throwing.
You know why? Because
Anything.
they're not Stone fucking Cold Steve
Yeah.
fucking Austin.
Well,
Yeah.
fucking fuck.
Of course, she takes off her backpack so that they can have this scene because they realize it would be ridiculous to throw the stick through her
Thanks.
and the backpack.
The backpack would stop.
That is awesome.
That is
That's one of the best scenes in the
tremendous.
movie.
Dominica gasping.
Oh man.
He's like, "Are you gonna make it?"
Dumb. No.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm no doctor, but I don't think she's gonna make it.
Yeah, that ain't good.
I like that they figured out the blood consistency though.
Yeah, they got it by the end.
And the color.
Yeah, it wasn't black oatmeal coming out of her
Yeah.
mouth.
Still pretty dark.
Do you hear
Yeah, that is
me?
a very plastic gun.
Now here comes the worst ambush plan
Yeah, he
of
runs right
all
off. He's
time.
like,
I'm running. I'm running.
What is he, the
I'm
fucking
running.
Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
on your left.
Hold up.
Oh,
Shit. I'm gonna fall down.
He looks like a fucking dumbass in that scene. Everything comes out.
and he's like watching this
Oh
movie.
shit!
Oh, that would suck.
God damn.
So sped up.
I want to
So
feel like they
dumb.
just threw a mannequin down the side of a mountain and recorded it.
But
I guess I'm gonna come again.
so having seen plenty of action movies in my lifetime, I think everybody in this room probably assumed he was running and was about to tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bellows.
he was like he had the high ground.
He's just like, I'm running by you.
I'm gonna win this race.
They clearly can't move to the end game yet because they've yet to introduce four-wheelers to the
Well, right, and that's the thing. Is any intelligent
Canada.
Yeah, it's a race to Canada. Any intelligent person knows that this movie has more to go because we haven't seen any four-wheelers yet.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
originally we said this movie was like Commando, but really what it is Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
I'm winning.
You
Why
just-
are you shooting at me?
Stone Cold is Snoopy,
Whoops, I slipped.
and his daughter is Charlie Brown.
No, daughter's Woodstock.
No, Woodstock's more
Lucy's
useful.
a bitch.
Yeah.
And Gil Bellows is the River.
No, the evil kids.
I haven't seen that in years.
There's a group of evil rich
Are
kids.
there bad kids? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's who he would be.
Yeah.
I would. You know what we probably should have watched instead of this?
Anything.
The River Wild with Kevin Bacon and Meryl Streep.
That's
legit a badass movie.
That is a movie?
Yeah.
Nicole's like, that is a movie.
I appreciate you backing me up on that one. That's an actual movie.
Men chattering.
I like Kevin's bacon.
You like Kevin's Bacon?
Yes.
Okay. Is it as good as Panda's Express?
No.
I like how he warns all the cops he's about to shoot them. Like he just say, "Hey, I'm over here."
Hey, we're lost, and I got this girl on a rope.
Well, his particular brand of wacky bad guy craziness has been just
Over the
getting
top,
exponentially more as the movie's gone on.
Yeah, he's
Also,
gotten more and more
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure like he's got like an automatic flare gun that reloads itself because I think he shoots it like 3 times.
Her face after he pistol whips her is
It's
awesome.
fixed.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
Well, it is fixed, but it's because he hit her so hard, the wound flew off.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they didn't
Knocked
have it
the
in the
wound
budget
right
to
off
redo
of it.
the makeup.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you'll heal. That's a classic Canadian threat.
I remember when my mom
What?
used to threaten me with that.
Yeah.
Benny
Yeah.
Hinn will knock people over, and then they'll be magically.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
Logan
But
was Canadian.
yeah, that's right. See?
I'll hit you so hard
That's
you'll
a-
be cured.
That's a thing. And now we are heading into the end game.
Also, like, I mean, realistically, he could have just been like, "All right, baby, I'm gonna take you home, and then I'll investigate this, and like, we'll get this guy locked up later." But he's like, "No, I gotta find him now."
Do you
He's
know
like,
why?
"Good
Because
luck,
when he
I gotta
hunts,
find this
Yeah,
guy."
because he hunts to
he hunts to
do something.
do stuff.
He hunts to gently unsettle.
what does he hunts to does?
Macaroni.
We gotta finish this movie because I gotta know what he hunts to do.
I'll be right behind you.
What did he hunt to do? All right, baby, I'll be right back. Let me finish this movie.
Look at this man. I can't imagine. I've never ridden. Have any of you ridden 4-wheelers?
No.
Yes, I have.
No.
I have
How
not.
am I the only person in the room that has? I did drive over my own leg on one.
See, that's what I feel like my outcome would be.
I tried to do
Like,
some silly shit
wait.
like that going around the corner, and I slid off the seat. My leg hit the ground, and the back tire rolled halfway up my leg, and I was like, "I'm done."
Exactly what I envision my
yeah.
fate on a 4-wheeler to be.
We established earlier that like I'm not gonna be riding a fucking 4-wheeler.
Well, you're
The
Mr.
closest
Glass.
thing to Arian getting on a 4-wheeler is going to be when he goes to Walmart and rides one of the little carts around.
At Galaxy's Edge.
Like,
I got the run around.
I'm so cold, y'all. I'm so cold.
I did drunkenly drive around to Walmart in one of those at like 4 a.m. once before.
I believe this to be true.
Yeah, that was fun.
Or one of
Were
the
you
little...
screaming, "I'm stone cold" at the time. Because you should have been.
Were you drinking beer on it and saying, "Oh hell yeah"?
Yeah.
He's drinking Schaefer's.
He hears an ATV coming. He's like, no.
He's like, "Let me run towards it." And he's like, "Oh shit, this guy's been chasing me the whole movie."
What an unexpected development.
Yeah, I had no idea.
what a twist.
Where did you come from?
But
Here's the-
He does get his
it
ass.
still works in his favor, though,
Yeah.
because...
Bam! Sticks!
More sticks! More sticks!
All the sticks. They came out here to shoot this and forgot all the weapons
Yeah.
props, so they're like sticks.
You
You're
just
like,
got
wait, where's the
sticked.
box of weapon props? Oh, fuck, Jerry, you left it at the goddamn office. What's wrong with you? Now we're gonna have to use sticks.
Are we
You
just
know
gonna
what?
Fight everyone with
There-
sticks.
There are weapons all around us.
It's true.
Nature has given us weapons.
Weapons don't just grow on trees, Jerry. Oh, as a matter of fact, crack, they do.
My native peoples.
Yeah, Jerry is
Jerry
1/16 Choctaw.
He is. His last name's Warren.
Oh, why did they even shoot them? Nobody looks cool running down a hill.
This is the best
So this
part
is when they're
coming
trying
up.
to get into the secret cave entrance to Canada.
It
Yeah,
says
this
no
is
admit tunnel.
it's the Underground Railroad to Canada.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
says no admit.
Boom,
Bam!
motherfucker.
Stone Cold burst
And
through
I'm pretty
that
sure
shit.
the bottom one didn't break, but they just
He
kept,
just,
they
kept
cut it.
going
It's
anyway.
like fucking Kool-Aid Man with that shit.
Also, have any of you guys thought about, like, there... And I know that there is, but, like, border control at the border, or border patrol between the border of U.S. and Canada?
Yeah, that exists.
I mean, I know it exists, but like...
That's why they're going in the tunnel.
Is it really, like, an
underground.
intense position to be, like, border control or border patrol for pandas? I can't talk.
Border Patrol for pandas?
Border Patrol for pandas. Yeah, we can't let those panda motherfuckers get in this country with their
They are
Chinese,
non-indigenous
with
to
their
the United
Chinese,
States.
their Chinese hair on.
I'm done.
Actually, weirdly, I think since 9/11, like, Border Patrol in Canada is fucking...
Well,
crazy.
I don't think, but no, I think
I'm sure it is.
no,
I
he
just-
was
I
in
always think of the
Texas.
South. That,
He was Border Patrol in Texas.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it said
Oh,
in
and
the
then he
papyrus
moved to
font.
Montana?
Yeah.
It said somewhere in Texas.
Well, he got.
Oh, you're
he
right.
got,
Somewhere
promotion.
on the Texas border.
He got
Yeah.
promoted to Montana?
He moved up to Canada.
Oh,
Like he was
I got it.
literally moving on.
Yeah.
We moving on
They-
up.
they-
Oh, rebar to the leg.
It's a,
You know what
another
it still
stick
sticks.
weapon.
It's
yeah.
just that now, like, they've reached the part in the video game where you can upgrade your weapon.
Yes.
So
Yes,
all the
sticks have
sticks have been
become metal.
upgraded
Because
to,
now
like,
we have
rebar or, like,
we have
a
Shovels
shovel.
and axes.
Yeah.
Slurring. Is that all you got, motherfucker?
Like, what I don't understand now is, like, you just had this traumatic experience over several days with this terrible fucking human being, and you've knocked him down, you're standing over him with a shovel. Why don't you just keep hitting his head with a shovel until it is fucking paste?
Well,
Yeah.
One would think.
Or cut off the
does kind of undermine the whole concept of hunting to kill, doesn't it?
It does.
True.
Yeah, when
Because
it
he-
takes him like 7 times to kill him.
It seems like at this point Stone Cold hunts to knock out.
yeah.
I hunt to stun.
He does hunt to stun.
But we needed this awesome, like, breakaway railing into the pallets, which, by the way, this triggered me, because pallets are just piles of splinters waiting
And those
to...
don't
yeah,
like
they all have
wounds. They don't
splinters
look
and
like,
tetanus now.
No, those aren't prop pallets.
Yeah, they're not stunt pallets.
No.
They're fucking pallets.
No, those were just actual pallets that they found in this abandoned
I hate
factory
it.
Fucking
that
we're
they
doing it like we
snuck
did with-
into to film.
Yeah.
He's like, we're doing it like we did with Sabu and ECW.
Oh my gosh. Or with Triple H in that match against Foley where you got that
Oh,
giant
yeah.
fucking splinter in his thigh.
Like,
Ah.
totally suplexed him onto
Oh
the
my
pallet.
gosh. Yeah, that's right. That was a pallet. It was his calf. It wasn't his thigh, it was his calf.
Yeah.
And he had a splinter like 8 inches
That
long
was
sticking
the
out of it.
99
Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Oh, he's got his fucking Eric Roberts watch back. Thank goodness
Thank
for that.
Well, it's got his little
Doesn't even have a
skull on
goddamn
it.
band.
He couldn't just leave that with Gil Bellows. His name's not Stone Cold Gil Bellows. He can't be walking around with a skull watch.
I also love that. Like, he cannot think of anything cool to say. It's just like, yeah, fuck
fuck
you.
Fuck you.
He's like, I wrote that line myself.
I'm just going to ad-lib here if that's cool. I think I got it. Yeah, fuck you.
All right, now you might think, I mean, as the audience, we all just assume Gil Bellows is dead at this
Oh,
point,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
except for
going
the fact
twice.
that he was aggressively breathing.
No, shh.
And winking.
Is he the
Moaning.
real
That was
bad at
just the
playing
Panda
dead?
Express gas leaving his body.
Yeah.
That's all that
It's gonna happen to
was.
me later.
You.
Oh, I'm going to stay here.
Her face is totally fine.
Yeah, you can stay here and hang out with Mr. Otis.
It might be better. I don't know.
Yes, and here it is.
Comes out.
Doing his best, like,
Mountain
Heath
Man.
Ledger-y-
Mountain Man!
I didn't realize he was saying Mountain Man before. I was like, what is he saying? Because he was like,
He
Mountain Man.
he likes mounting men.
Yeah.
There's
Mountain
nothing wrong
Man.
with that.
No.
That's
You
a
might wanna
lifestyle
step
choice. I like how long this takes. What are you going to do? He can't tell that he's going to run over him with a four-wheeler at this
He
point.
just stands there and
This
puts
is
his arms up.
amazing.
You can't kill me! You can't kill me!
You tried
Wait,
twice.
here it is, here it is. When I hunt to kill. Except for the last 4 times we ran into each other where I totally did not kill you.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, you can
See
you
the
can see
thing
on the
that's-
back
yeah,
that's holding
making
it up.
him do the
That's
wheelie.
holding it up.
Yeah.
Why did Stone Cold talk out the side of his face?
I'm still not dead.
Because the camera
You
was on
can't
that
fucking
side.
Kill
Oh,
me?
you're right.
Is that all you got? Like,
That's acting to the
Really?
camera, Sean.
You right.
That's something professionals like
Daddy.
Stone Cold Steve Austin do.
How many flares were in the gun?
all of the
8.
flares.
Just enough.
They
Just
all
enough.
shot at the same
Yeah.
time.
And now the flares were actually like fucking small nuclear bombs, and it blew up an entire goddamn abandoned mine. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Is that all you got, motherfucker? I'm just on fire."
I wanted him to come out like either his skeleton or him in flames. I'm still here!
I would have stood up and applauded if that happened.
I'm just glad those weren't Ric Flairs.
Oh.
Then we would have just seen their dicks while they walked around the airplane.
Woo!
Woo!
I fucked your wife, fat boy! Woo! I made your wife dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank God it's over.
that was Hunt to Kill. A
Oh,
long
God.
journey to get to a
It
for me,
sure
very
was.
satisfying final 20
One
minutes.
Oh, yeah.
part.
That was,
So-
that was a thing. It was a thing.
That is, I almost don't even want to say that's the third time I've watched that movie. No, the fourth. That would be the fourth time I've watched that movie.
There's something wrong with you.
Marie Everett.
I like how nobody but Stone Cold and his daughter have first and last names. Everybody else is all just one name.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That seems
I'll
reasonable.
allow it.
Crab stunt.
Crab stunt double. Crab raccoons.
Someone
So
drove a rhino.
So let's go around. One out of 5 sticks. Arian, how would you rate Hunt to Kill?
This to misquote the principal from Billy Madison, nowhere in this rambling, incoherent mess of a movie was there anything resembling a plot or a point. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
So,
That's
but for
0,
real,
6.
how many sticks?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 sticks? Solid. Sean?
2 sticks.
2 sticks out of 5. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, yeah.
Battle Cougar, we all know you're not a fan of Hunt to Kill.
I'm gonna have to give this like 1 twig.
I'm gonna.
She's like, can I
but
raise the sticks at a 0?
I'm
You're
gonna.
wrong.
I'm gonna challenge you with this. Can you come up with one thing that might have raised the score a bit in your eyes? Like, let's say, what if the daughter hadn't been completely awful? Or was it just a complete loss?
Honest, like a whole different cast, a plot.
I feel like it had a plot.
It's at least 2 sticks
Yeah,
better than
what?
Crawl. Maybe 3
Yeah,
sticks
I mean,
better
I
than
guess
Power
I'll give it
Rangers.
2 sticks.
Crawl
I
would be like
did
a
laugh
negative
lot.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really, I didn't. I laughed because I was with you guys. Like, I didn't really like this movie. The ending was. I mean, I guess it was a creative way to kill a guy, but it was still fucking dumb because it was like 10 minutes, and he like gets on the fucking 4-wheeler and like
That's
spins
what's
it
so
around
good
a
about
couple
Yeah,
times,
that's
and
definitely
then does
like
a wheelie,
the
and then
selling
there's
They
point.
like
shouldn't
this
show
weird
that
like
in the.
yeah.
No, that's not one of the.
Like, he's just going in, like, a wheel, and the guy's like, ah, ah,
See, I'm
ah,
on
and
the
then he hits
opposite end
him.
of the spectrum where I thought that was amazing.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I thought the end was fucking incredible. I thought a lot of the kills were good. Oh yeah, did you say your stick rating?
I don't know. Fucking, it's
You gave it 1 twig.
You said
Yeah,
a
one
twig.
twig.
You gave it
Yeah.
a twig.
All right.
I give it a couple of twigs.
I'm
No
gonna
berries,
go
though.
3 and 1 that has been snapped in half and ran through a person.
Nice. Nice.
So 3.5. But that half could be longer than a full one.
That's
You
true.
never know, yeah.
Yeah,
Whenever
that-
sticks change lengths.
They really do. Especially
Yeah.
the longer you
Dynamics.
film.
I also feel like they went, like, they did the stick through the chest thing twice, which was, you know.
Well, but one was like a
one was
close
from
quarters
under,
combat.
One was a
And
One
the other
was
one
a
was on
spear.
top.
Oh, my bad.
Like those were very
This
different.
It's a totally different death when you come this way versus this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
There's
is
this-
very, very different.
There's like a hilarious thing going on with this green screen thing they keep showing where he's jumping, where there's like a piece of the trailer that almost hits him, but it's like this bad like CGI and the scales all
Well, it looks
fucked
like a
up.
shitty 3D effect.
Yeah, but the scale's all fucked up and it looks like a giant fucking piece of metal.
Wait, are you saying they blew up a toy and then laid it out wrong?
I don't know.
No, I think he's saying they digitally added a piece of scrap
Yeah,
flying
exactly.
at the
Better.
viewer.
Yeah.
This should really just be
Um,
called Stone Cold Falls Down Mountains.
I've got to admit that it's not as good as I remembered it being. Because I watched it once, like on demand or something, and I was like, wow, that was pretty awesome. And I ordered it, watched it again so I could write my review. So the second time I watched it, I was mainly trying to be funny for my review. I wasn't watching the movie as much.
Right here.
Oh, right there.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
It's not. It's. I still like the parts that I like, but there's too much to get through. That's not good.
It's pretty slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It honestly, it's boring until the last 15 minutes. And that's my complaint about it. Just don't be fucking boring. Be anything.
If I had watched it again before this, I probably would have been like, we should probably pick something else.
I thought the opening was strong, the ending was strong, and there's enough weird, goofy shit to talk about in the middle to where it was worth doing a commentary on.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad for a commentary, but I don't think I'll.
It really should be renamed like Stone Cold versus Styx and Gravity.
Yes.
No, that would be.
Styx are his friends.
Stone Cold and Styx versus Gravity.
I don't know. I think that was just the rare occasion of the Styx being turned.
A man in a stick
for dramatic tension.
All right, let's put this to bed.
Let's put a pin in it.
8-foot piece
as Tech Guy said. Where can we find everybody online? Just all at once. Just shout out what you're doing.
ThemeParkAlchemy.com.
All right, thanks for coming out, you guys. That was disappointing.
The luck of the Irish did not save this.
We'll be back next month with either Ryan's pick or Nicole's pick, because we've still got to circle back around for your pick.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll need a new pick because my old pick was like.
It's no longer
seasonally
relevant.
It was time related.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Stick.
I like to think that episode is proof that when one of us, me, has chosen a movie that maybe isn't as exciting and crazy as we thought it was, we can still have a great time recording and put forth a fun and interesting episode. So there you go. That was Hunt to Kill. Next year on the road to WrestleMania, we will choose something utterly ridiculous like Three Ninjas, Magic Mountain, or whatever. Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, something along those lines. I feel like the Hulkster brings a certain loony magic wherever he goes. And, Stone Cold is great, but we really need something a little more rock and wrestling to have the best possible needless commentary. Whatever the case, I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening each and every week. Please do spread the word about the Needless Things podcast. I like making connections. I like meeting new people. I like having new people to talk to and interview. And speaking of, today I recorded an interview with an all-new Neato person from Victoria's Cantina. Use the Google, find it. There are toy reviews on YouTube, lots and lots of stuff about Star Wars, and that'll be an upcoming episode. We will be talking to Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. It was cool. I enjoyed talking to her, and I look forward to talking to her and our pal Adam Paulus, who is the one that connected us, at some point in the future. Other than that, please join the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group if you haven't already, and just share this thing around. Other people are starting to watch movies and talk about them. Crazy. Just remember, you heard it here first on the Needless Things Podcast. I love you guys.
Thank you for listening to the Needless Things Podcast. You're the best. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Downcast, or in the ears of a Trader Vic's employee. Love you. Mean it. Uh-huh.